Yo, man. What's going on, folks? What's going on, man? Can you please tell me what is going on? I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm at a loss for words. This is probably one of the top 5 worst days I've ever had as a Spurs fan. I'm not even going to lie. We're going to talk about it in the show, obviously, but. Go ahead, take this moment to give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Putting up with me if you're watching me live, putting up with me if you're watching the playback of this. I appreciate it. So take a moment, give yourselves a round of applause. You made it here to this video, and that's good enough for me, right? Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, man. All right. Here we go. Here's the show. Yay! Everybody's all happy right now. Nah, man. Nah, man. This is. What do we get? I'm sorry. Let me be a prop. Let me introduce the show. All right. So, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're doing good. Tuesday night, May 19th. We're going live. It's like 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time where I'm at. I hope you guys are having a good night, day, morning, whatever it is, whatever time you're watching this. Real quick, take a moment to go ahead and like this live stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh boy, you're gonna like this live stream. But yeah, go ahead, take a moment, hit the like button for me, subscribe to the YouTube channel. When you do, hit the notification bell. You can see the posts when I'm going live, so you know when to tune in to De La Spurs. This is a little bit off the usual schedule, but circumstances warrant this, and we're going to get into those circumstances. But I just want you to take a moment to go ahead and do that for me, please. Thank you so much. Leave a comment down below as well. Tell me what you think. I know you have feelings. If you're a Spurs fan watching this, I know you're feeling something. Go ahead, put something in the chat, man. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what's going on. If you're a fan of any other team, just coming here to laugh. Come and laugh at my sorrow. Whatever it is, go ahead, put it in the chat as well. Listen, we are 1 subscriber away from 10 subscribers. On the good note, on the positive note, right? We are 1 away from 10 subscribers. Hold on. That deserves a round of applause. Hold on. That deserves a round of applause. 1 away from 10. So go ahead, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's make it 10 subscribers for the YouTube. I would appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who subscribed so far. 10 is big for me. All right. I started off with 0. Now I'm at 10, or now I'm at 9. Trying to get to 10. That's the next goal. And then guess what? When we get to 10, the next goal is going to be 15. All right. So just to let you know, it's only going up from here, but I appreciate all the subscribers who have. Follow me on X as well. That's also in the description. Listen, man. Listen, let's go ahead and get into this. I thought I should just hold off and talk about this on Friday, but circumstances warrant this. So first off, right, we lost today. We lost to Chelsea. Let's go ahead and get some boos. Go ahead and boo. Yeah, that's right. We lost to Chelsea. Listen, I don't think there's anything that I don't want to say that I predicted a loss. I don't really think I did. I honestly felt that we could try to get something out of this game, especially if we played our cards right. But good old Dr. Tottenham, paging Dr. Tottenham. Good old Dr. Tottenham. Where are you? We need you. Chelsea, who hasn't won a home game in almost as long as we haven't won a home game in the Premier League. Their record's almost as similar to ours, but how long they haven't won a Premier League game at home. But guess what? Dr. Tottenham, paging Dr. Tottenham. Cole Palmer, who hasn't been playing like shit, all of a sudden comes out, starts balling. Enzo, a world. I honestly, the levels he's been able to maintain for Chelsea, he's one of the linchpins. He's worth all of that 100 million, dude. That is a top class, if not world class. But I think he's right on that echelon. Right, he's right there on the cusp of being world class. Maybe if he wins, maybe a Champions League with Chelsea or some, or with another team. If he wins one of those big club awards with the big club, he's a world class player. But I mean, Enzo, Caicedo, the little rascal running around. Just listen, I didn't think that we could get a win, of course, but I just wanted us to have a better fight. I just wanted us to show a little bit more, and I think obviously with the players we have available due to injury and everything, we had a lack of players. Let's go ahead and just look at the lineups first off. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up. But I mean, with the lack of quality that we have available, when you're talking about players that are worth 100 million being in your midfield versus players that are worth, I don't think either of these two midfielders are worth more than 20 million. I think we bought Rodrigo Bentancur and João Palhinha for less than 20 million. So you're literally talking about a rickety shanty midfield versus marble floors, heated pool in the back. You're talking about 5-6 bedrooms, 3-4 full bathrooms. You're talking about a sturdy house, hundreds of millions of dollars invested in the midfield versus literally some boards stapled together, not even nailed together. You stapled the boards together. Not even a log cabin. We're not even a log cabin worth of the midfield. Like, you're talking about completely different levels. And to get anything out of this game, you would have to play your cards right with the players we have available. There is obvious moments where there is a lack of quality, and you hope that when you generate chances and that you generate these opportunities, at least, I mean, we got one goal, but come on. I think we're going to go through the stats and see, but I felt like we had some more big chances we could have converted if we had some better players. Now, I can't really complain about that now. We're literally in the last game of the season. The season's over now. So complaining about the players that we have is utterly useless at this point. But it's a point that's been a concern for Tottenham throughout the, I don't know how many years now. Probably, I would say, last 4 to 5 years, last half decade, I would say, last 5 years, that the standards have fallen so low. The recruitment has crumbled. It's literally a shanty players we have. Like, I don't think anybody could put this whole 11 against that midfield, and I think their midfield costs more. Chelsea's midfield costs more than this whole entire team that's out there on the field now. I guarantee it. And that's the levels that we have. That's what we're trying to do, saying that we deserve to be in Europe. We deserve to be doing this. We should be shooting for this level. It's insane to me, but let's look at the level of player, how different it is. First of all, Kinski, listen, man, he's had a strong performances in the last games, even though we didn't necessarily get wins in all the last games, but he's had some strong performances in this, I think it was 4-game point streak. That goal that he conceded, the long-range goal, I mean, listen, it swerves. They're talking about a top-class player and Enzo putting the shot on goal, but come on, dude. And then the second goal, I'm not sure if you can necessarily fault him. The defense was just garbage for that set-piece goal that they scored. But Kinski in goal, we were hoping for Kinski, right? Pretty much this is the lineup. The lineup that SofaScore predicted that we went over yesterday in the live stream is the lineup that was out today. So, I mean, it is what it is. So in the back, Pedro Porro, Kevin Denzo, Van de Ven, and Udogi. Udogi, as you can see, had a terrible game. Right. First of all, he was getting ripped up and down that flank, being caught out of position, and then when he was out of position, he was getting beat, barely able to recover, and then to top it all off, whenever he was on the offensive end, whenever he had any, we were in the attacking third. The crosses and the passes that he was putting in were terrible, terrible. Listen, I get that Udogi came from Italy. There was a lot of high hopes on him. He's part of the international team, but this dude is not cutting it. And I get it as well. He's not playing in his natural position. He's a wing back. He's not necessarily supposed to be a rigid defensive a left back or an attacking left back option. He's supposed to be a wing back. He's supposed to be attacking up high. But even when I see him in that final third of attacking, he's not that good. And maybe that's, he hasn't necessarily been playing with an attacking setup at Tottenham for a long time, but I guess if people saw a certain level in him when he first signed to now, he's regressed. He's obviously regressed. And this game is perfect proof of that. He was stinky. Like, oh my God. Anyway, midfield, João Palhinha, who I was crediting as one of the players of the season, did not have a good game. Rodrigo Bentancur, another midfielder, just doesn't have the pace that we want in midfield to cover the ground that we need. And he got caught out of position, especially on the transition, the counterattacks with Chelsea, just nowhere to be found. They didn't have a good performance, and it was obvious. I think Chelsea was running right through us on the counterattack. And if we were able to get in position, right, Conor Gallagher tried to protect the midfield a little bit more. They were going down the flanks. They were having success going down the middle and the flanks. It seemed like they were able to get the ball through to where they needed to be with ease until I would probably say in the second half, it definitely died down. But I think at that point, they kind of knew that Tottenham was finished. They're not going to come back. They're not going to score 2 goals. So they definitely took their foot off the gas. But anyways, Conor Gallagher up in the attacking midfield. I didn't really think he had that good of a game, as you can see. Out on the wings, we had Matisse Tell, Kolo Muani. Again, both of them didn't have really good games to me. Everybody keeps saying Matisse Tell is the spark on the offensive end, but he had that opportunity right in front of goal, and he skied it. The dude is trash, man. Dude's trash. Dude's garbage. Like, get him out of here, man. We do not. Why did we sign this guy? Why did we sign this guy? Like I said yesterday, you could put in I said this for Kolo Muani, granted. He had a terrible game, so I was right. You could put an academy product on both wings. Put an academy product on both wings and let them try to do something. They'll do more, have more of an end product with these players. These two guys are useless. It's like playing with 9 men. 9 men. They're useless on the attacking end. Useless. Up top, Richarlison, who got the goal, but fucking had to be only 5 feet in front of goal to score. Like, he had plenty of headed chances as well. He had, I think, 2 headed chances. One just completely off target. Just terrible. I think he was offsides anyways, but completely off target. Second one, just couldn't get it on goal enough. Couldn't get it into the corner to beat the keeper. And like I said before, Richarlison, he's a finisher. Like, he got the goal, but he's not a striker that goes and gets his own goals. He doesn't know how to feed himself when it comes to scoring goals, right? So he got the opportunity off of a broken chance. He's a finisher off of a broken chance. Poacher in the box. 5 feet away, can finish it. Maybe. But as far as you give him the ball, in the attacking third, but just let him do his thing. Whether he's inside the box or outside of the box, he's not going to be able to create space to get a shot on goal, to do anything. He's not going to be able to hold the ball up. He's not going to pick a good pass. He's not going to be able to beat a man. He's not going to be able to draw a foul. It is what it is with him, man. He's the kid in the game, in that World Cup game, where he just sits in front of goal. He stands next to the goal, just waits for the ball or rebounds something, puts it in. That's what that dude is. That's what Richarlison is. He's a finisher, but he just does. You got to be like 5 feet away from the goals. What good is it? How many opportunities are we going to have in a game where you're standing 5 feet away? You can put the ball in the net. You can get anybody to do that. Again, you can get a youth academy product to do that. You don't think there's any teenager right now in the academy that can do what Richarlison's doing right now? Are you kidding me? Anyways, just looking at the lineup, like, again, it's just a shanty built team. And with this team, I'm not even saying Chelsea is optimized for high performance right now. They're in a sort of a mess as well. But you know what a big club like Chelsea does? They keep good players on their team. They always keep good players in the squad. So no matter if you're going through transitions in the coaching department like they are now, you got noise in the background as far as what's going on with the CEO and the offices and the ownership and whatever, being part of Russia collusion and all this stuff that Chelsea had to deal with. You keep good players coming through the team, you will be able to find some sort of solid ground, because they have an interim manager in now and they still beat us. It still looked like they had a solid pattern to play. They were playing through us. They were creating opportunities. Yes, there was moments where they were sloppy and defending at the back, but they have an interim manager right now. They have an interim manager. We have our future, our golden son in the future. This guy has been managing, I'd probably say, just as long as De Zerbi. I don't know how many games he's managed, but I'm pretty sure it's like 4 or 5 Premier League games that he's managed with Chelsea. It's in the same position. When you have good players, you're able to get away with some of this stuff sometimes, because you have players that have quality. You have Enzo Fernandez in your team who can get a goal from 30 yards out if you need to. You have Caicedo. You have Cole Palmer. That's your core. If you have that as a core, you can plug and play whatever young players you want in whatever positions. And when you play teams like Tottenham, you'll get a result. Now, no, they're not going to challenge for the Premier League. No, they wouldn't win the Champions League. But look what they're doing. Look what they're able to do. Look at the position that they're in. Because I think we can go to a table. They're in 8th. They're mid-table. And that squad's not even that good, by the way. You got that good core, but all their other pieces, young pieces that they have, I don't really think are that good. It's going to take a real coach to come in and really shove it to those players, or put something in those players. Oh my God. Put something in those players. What? Put something in those players. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind, man. I'm losing my mind. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me just. I don't even know, but I don't even feel like going through the game, to be quite honest. I really don't care. I really don't care. As a matter of fact, let's just get into it. This is an emergency. All right. I'll finish this with the whole Chelsea thing. You have good players in the team. Listen, Chelsea are 8th, mid-table, fighting for Europe. Look at their last record. Like, they're not playing great. They don't have that good of players in their team, but you have up to 300 million plus worth of player in your midfield. Look what you can do. Look what you can do. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal. We're going to get into it. Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal play that well. Nobody thinks Arsenal plays that well. But when you buy good players, look what you can do. Look what you can do. Look at Man City. They were like, what, 4th, 5th at some point in the season? And they put in a pretty damn good challenge, right? Premier League challenge just from buying good players, having good players on the team. Their manager was leaving. The whole thing with Pep going on right now, him leaving, him staying. They already hired another manager in Enzo Maresca, right? That's the next manager. They're probably going to be the next manager. Pep said he was going to leave. He already told the players. There's rumors that he told the players. He comes out and tells the media, I'm not telling you when I'm leaving yet. I'm not sure when I'm leaving. But what all that mess, but when you have a good core players like Ryan Cherky, right? Players like just name them. Doku, Holland, what's his name? I forgot the captain's name, but you got him too. Like, when you have this good players, look what you can do. You can have all that noise in the background, but look what you can be. Look what you can be. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this. Shantily built Tottenham. Shantily built Tottenham. Taking this to the last day of the season. Last day of the season, we're going to have to be fighting to stay out of relegation. But guess what? Guess who won the Premier League? Can you believe it? I can. I can. When you stick with the manager, have a plan, invest in it, even when you're not playing that great, when we're not playing the sexiest attacking football, look what you can do when you have a plan in place. So stability and a focus and a drive to do something in your ownership. When you have owners that actually care about achieving something in the football club, look what you can do. Look what you can do. And then look who we are. Look where we literally on the opposite end of the table, of the Premier League table, of the spots of teams that can be in the Premier League. Arsenal, our biggest rivals, by the way, Arsenal are number 1. We are 17th. 17th. We are literally on the opposite end of the table without getting relegated. That's not even a confirmation. That's not even a confirmation. I'm not even comfortable saying that yet. Because we got to go into the last game of the season, yo. What's going on with this team? What's going on with this club? Like, seriously, what are we doing right now? What's the plan? What are we doing moving forward? I have no idea. I don't know where we go from here. There's so much mess to get through. We only have one game left. We have one game left. That's going to decide our future. One game. And then after that one game, guess what happened? We have to figure out what are the next steps. Who do we hire? Who do we fire? Where do we go from here? How do we progress from this? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure our owners don't have any idea either. Because just like me, they don't know if we're even going to be in the Premier League next season. So how can they have a plan? They should have a plan. But how could you? What would you be thinking? When you're talking about having to move hundreds of millions of dollars, how can you wait till the last game of the season to start making decisions on what you want to do next season? And if you did do that, it's not going to be a very good plan. It's not going to be very thought out, and it's probably going to fail next season. So where do we go from here? What do we say as Tottenham fans going into next season? And I'm here in America. I don't pay for a season ticket, but for all you home match going fans that pay for the season ticket that live in London, what do you say? How do you feel going into next season? How would you feel going into next season? How do you feel right now? I mean, like, I'm in America and I'm embarrassed. I'm terribly embarrassed of this team. It's honestly, it's almost shameful it's shameful how embarrassed I am with this team. I almost feel shame for following this team. They're so bad. They're just so bad. People don't know about soccer here, but guess what? They know that Tottenham is a bad team. They know that we don't win anything. And I had to tell them this season that we were at the bottom of the table while our rivals were at the top. More shame I have to feel being a Tottenham fan. Like, I don't get I don't know how you're going to survive, but like my hopes and prayers to you fans in London right now, because I know I know the Arsenal fans went crazy as soon as that Bournemouth Man City match ended. I know they were cutting it up in the streets, going crazy, talking shit. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. But either way, how do you feel knowing that we're not even sure if we're going to be, in the Premier League next season? But even with that, regardless of whatever decision, which way we go, how do you feel going into next season? Like, do you feel like there's a plan for us to move forward? Do you feel like there's progression that's happening in the club? And if you don't, what are you going to do about it? If you're a fan that truly cares about the club, like a lot of fans say they do, right? If you say that you're a ride or die, like a lot of fans say they do, if you didn't just pick this club as a fandom, you truly love this club, like a lot of fans say they do. When you're presented with a situation like this, what do you say? What are you going to do next season? Because I guarantee you a lot of fans are just going to lay down and put up with this again. They're going to say, "Oh, but Roberto De Zerbi, he's going to instill Archie Gray and Bergval and Batiste Tell hit the flashes that we saw last season. He's going to pull up trees next season. And we should buy Paulinho." We're pretty much going to convince ourselves to keep the same squad again, but just allow Roberto De Zerbi to have another season. We'll sit down, we'll lay down, go through this all over again. The ownership is going to get away with it, right? Which, by the way, I think some stuff is going to come to light about this ownership pretty soon, especially if we do get relegated with some of the finances, right, going on. If the head Enoch guy at one point was into whatever, he got criminally charged with financial stuff. You can't tell me there was some stuff going on here at the club financially, especially with the numbers that come out that the debt is getting wider and bigger as we're making more money. It doesn't make sense. So I'm sure some stuff is going to come to light, but that's just a side note, right? Like, the ownership is going to get away with it. Fans are going to allow the ownership to get away with it, right? Nobody's going to protest. Nobody's going to say anything. Everybody's going to say, "Oh, but now the season started. We just got to back everybody. We got to back the players. You got to back the manager. No, you can't say anything negative. The season's just started." Middle of the season. "Oh, you can't say anything negative. Come on, we can't be like that. No, don't do that. We have a whole second half of the season to go through. It's just half of the season." Well, the fans are going to let all of it slip through their fingers once again. I'm sure we're going to find ourselves in a similar position to where we are right now, We're at the bottom half of the table, worrying about the future of this club. And guess what happened, fan? Oh, you can't be negative now. We got to make sure our future is secure. We can't say this. We can't do that. We can't protest. It should be only positive. We're trying to uplift the players. The vibes have to be good. And it'll just be a repeat. I guarantee you, next season, we're probably just going to repeat this cycle again. Whether we're in the Premier League or we're in the Championship. Best believe that this Tottenham team will struggle in the Championship, especially if we have to sell players to stay in financial regards. There's already players who want to leave. Our good players already want to leave. If we have to sell the mediocre players that we have and we're just left with the bad players and some youth academy products, best believe Tottenham will struggle in the Championship. No doubt about it. And if we're in the Premier League, again, we'll be in the same position. We'll be in the same position. So how do you feel as a Tottenham fan going into the final game of the season, right? How do you feel? Because I'm sure a lot are going to have a pit in their stomach. Their heart's going to be racing throughout the whole 90 minutes. They're going to be sweating. All eyes are going to be on whatever streaming app, whatever scoreboard app, whatever box score app you use, TV. If you're watching it live, I'm sure nobody in that stadium is going to blink for 90 minutes. But how do you feel about the club going in to the last game of the season? How do you feel about Tottenham? Not about Roberto De Zerbi, not about the last 4 games, not about the squad of players, but by the club itself. Because I think, honestly, even if you, the truest of nature of Spurs fan, even if you were to say that I don't have any ill will or bad feelings in my heart for this club, certainly you have to be, I would still say, disheartened. Certainly you would have to feel crestfallen for how the club has been operating, the position that we're in. Surely you can't feel the same way they did the day you fell in love with the club, the day we were successful, the days that we win, the days that we made it to the Champions League final, the days that we were in a final, the Europa League final, winning a Europa League, right? Surely your love for the club, you cannot feel the same as you do now. And that has to drive something in you. That has to put you in some sort of distress with how you feel about the club. Because I just can't imagine the Tottenham fans, no matter how positive you want to be, that you just feel okay. Like you just feel okay with what's going on. And if it's something where you say, I just numb myself so I don't feel this way, then why do you still go? Why do you still invest? Why do you still put money into the club? Why do you still breathe life into something that's making you feel this way? Why not just leave it alone? Not saying that you can't be a fan of Tottenham. Not saying that you can't still say you like the club, but just, I'm not going to the games anymore. I don't feel anything going to the games. It doesn't make me feel any sort of way. There's nothing that moves me when I see this team, so I stopped going. I think that's perfectly fine to say. As a matter of fact, I think that's the position a lot of fans should take up. But it's funny because even with that, right, I think there's 2 state of minds with fans that still go to games even when we're in this position. First of all, I've seen fans on social media that are saying, regardless of the championship or the Premier League, I'm going to every home game, away game. That's just who I am. And if that's you, first of all, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumb asshole. How stupid could you be? Here in America, we make fun of fans like that. Are you kidding me? Hold on, let me laugh at you. We laugh. shit? What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? You just don't like money? You don't like having money? You just like throwing it away? You like burning it? You might as well just start gambling. Start gambling in whatever. Start burning. Pull your money out of the bank, put it in a duffel bag, and set it on fire. That's what you're doing when you're going to watch these Spurs games. The fans who would just do it. Like here in America, we don't. That's not something you take pride in. Like that's not something it's not smart. And your team is bad. You're investing in you're approving of. Essentially, you're approving of the horrible decision-making, recruitment, whatever bad that's going on with whatever sports team you support, you're approving of it by continuing to give them money. And you're not proving anything about the fandom to anybody or anyone. So it's like, why do it? Especially if you're just numb to everything and this team doesn't make me feel any sort of way. But I watch them, I don't feel any sort of way. Still like the club, still support the team. You know, when I watch them on TV, I'm not going to hope they lose. I want them to win games. But, like, as far as watching them live, paying money to watch them live doesn't move me. Doesn't inspire me. Doesn't make me feel any joy, happy emotions. It's just I'm numb to it, and hopefully we don't lose the game. Then why are you going? Why are you going? Who are you going to prove it to? Why are you going to games? Who are you proving it to? Is it to me? Because I think you're stupid for doing that. Is it to other people? Other people probably think you're stupid too. Like no lie. Like they probably think you're stupid. Bruh. Why are you going to games? You don't get any enjoyment from. Go spend that money on friends and family. Go spend that money on something you actually do enjoy. Go buy a watch. Save some money to buy a car or a better house. Why waste it going to Spurs games that you don't enjoy watching? For what? Who are you proving it to? It's not the club. The club is not giving you anything back. Look what they're doing with your money. And I'm not saying that the money that fans generate is the money that goes into transfers, that money that goes into whatever, right? But it's part of it. They need us fans to mobilize and spend money in certain places at certain times, right? So it does contribute to something. Like, why? I just don't understand why you would want to continue to go. Why would you want to? You don't get anything out of it. The club is not giving you anything from it. And, I mean, you see the result. You put the money in. Millions withdrawn from Tottenham fans. And what do? They buy Matisse Tell. They buy... or they loan Randall Colomwani on the last day of the transfer window. They invest in hotels. They invest in other things, other ventures, right? They re-up Rodrigo Bentancur. They sign Archie Gray and Bergvall to long-term contracts. They re-up on Richarlison. This is what they did. This is what they do. They're throwing away your money. You're throwing away the money going to the games, paying for the season tickets, paying for any tickets really, but paying for the season tickets. You're throwing away your money. And I'm not saying throwing away your money because what you see on the field is bad and you don't get any enjoyment from it, but literally the club is throwing away your money by buying shit. Like the club took your money. Imagine you have a suitcase of $100,000 and you give it to somebody and you say, I want you to go down to whatever stock exchange. Go ahead, invest all the money in stocks. I want you to come back with nothing but receipts. And then when he comes back, he hands you garbage. It's just the suitcase is filled with garbage, like chewed up wrappers, old food. There's diapers in there, toilet paper, right? Mud and dirt and grime and juices and all that stuff. You're like, what is this? And you're like, is this not what you wanted? This is what we got with your 100,000. We asked, well, where's the disconnect here? You gave me the money. I thought you wanted garbage. That's what the club did to you. They thought you wanted garbage. Oh, I'm sorry. You gave us the money. You're continuing to give us the money, so we're going to keep giving you garbage. You know what the fans do? They get another suitcase of money and say, no, go down to the stock exchange. Go to this event, go to the booth, ask the guy, how much money you want to put in, yada, yada, yada. Boom. Come back with the receipt. Guy comes back. There's more garbage in the suitcase. What happened to the money I gave you? I'm sorry. You keep giving me money, and I keep telling you I'm going to give you garbage. I keep coming back with garbage. You keep giving me money, though, so I'm going to keep bringing you garbage. Well, what are you doing with the money? Oh, I'm buying the garbage. I'm going to some guy buying his garbage and giving it back to you. That's what that's what Tottenham does with your money. And in that process of you finding another briefcase of $100,000, saving up your money, working hard, doing all this stuff, you don't get any enjoyment from it. You're not enjoying this. Are you enjoying the product that you're seeing? Do you enjoy the headlines, the embarrassing headlines about the decision-making at this club? Do you enjoy that the CEO got fired for whatever reason and now he's suing the club? Do you enjoy that the head Enoch got whatever in trouble for like money laundering or some bullshit like that? Like, do you enjoy how Tottenham is perceived by everybody else? And if you don't, you're not enjoying how you're investing into this club. Therefore, you should not do it if you're not enjoying it. So this is a pastime. This is supposed to be something for entertainment. All right? So you putting money into it and you're not being entertained is the complete opposite of the point of the Premier League. You going to the game, the sport being where it is. Tottenham doesn't deserve your money. They don't deserve your money. Simple as. And if you say, oh, well, that's not fair because the club could collapse, that's on the ownership. That's for them to get out of, not us. It's not our money unless you invested. You got like stocks and stuff. I'm sure there's some fans in London that have, some sort of percentage of the ownership. But if the club were to collapse, it's not going to cost you anything. Your kids are not going to go to college because Tottenham can't pay the bills. Because fans actually decided to walk away because they're presenting a garbage product. Guess what? When you present garbage to people and stuff, you're not going to make any money from that. You're not going to make any money from that. So that's on the ownership to figure it out. That's not on us. That responsibility of trying to keep the club up financially is not on the fans. You have no duty, no responsibility to sit there and have to pay for a season ticket year in and year out, especially if you don't enjoy it, especially if the team is not winning, especially if you're not getting anything from it. It feels like to me, and I mean for a long time, the fans care more and want better for the club than the actual ownership do. And the ownership are the people who actually have the stake in the club. Like they have something to lose if the club sucks. They're the ones that lose the money. They're the ones that and fans think, okay, we have to pay. We should be paying. We should continue to pay. so that they can continue to deliver garbage to us, because that's the responsibility of being a fan of the club. That's backwards. That's ass backwards. That's bullshit. You shouldn't feel that way as a fan. It should be, the club is amazing. The way that it operates, it pulls people in. People gravitate towards the focus and the ambition of this club and wanting to be the best in its competition. That's what gets you fans. Not people feeling like they have to provide for the club. You don't have to provide for anything. These are grown-ass men and women who are running this club, who are getting paid big boy money to do it. So the fans who this is, I just say Tottenham is backwards because from top to literally from the table of teams that we play in this league, it's ass backwards. We're at the very bottom. Our rivals are at the very top. We have we're paying over the top for young players that do absolutely nothing for us, instead of paying top dollar for the best players who may be older, who may be a little bit more mature. Okay, fine. You deal with that. When you're building the squad, you don't sit there and say, well, we're just not going to buy anybody above the age of 30 because we'd rather spend $45 million on Tell. We'd rather spend $60 million on Richarlison. We'd rather spend $55 million on Solanke. And they do nothing. They do nothing. And especially it's ass backwards when you got fans who take pride in paying thousands of dollars every season for a season ticket, and then they don't even feel like going to half the fucking games because it's trash. Like, that's ass backwards. You do understand that, right? You get a season ticket, and then you sell the tickets halfway through the season because you don't want to go. That's ass backwards. This club is going backwards. Literally, it is regress. I don't know what to make of this amalgamation of regression that is this club. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. And yes, we won a Europa League last season. Okay, look what's happening. The fact that we're still in the same position in the league should be an indication that the actual structure of this club is failing. And we're falling down the table each year. We've literally hit the bottom of the table. You can't fall any further without going through the glass. And we damn near did. It's backwards, man. It's absolutely backwards. And I mean, I say it's going to get to the point where something's going to break. But everything is being broken right now. Like, we're in a relegation fight. That's the glass. When they have the glass case breaking an emergency, that's already been broken. It's already been broken. There is no more lower to fall. Again, you got fans that are like, well, it is what it is. I'm still going to support because that's my job. That's my duty. Bullshit. It's backwards. It's ass backwards. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to support the club more as the club gets worse. It's the opposite. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. But, I mean, listen, man. Oh, my prayers to the Spurs fans out there in London right now. It's going to be a rough summer. Rough summer. I mean, oh, man. Again, top 5 worst days. Worst days. Being a Tottenham fan, honestly, today. You lose your first biggest rivals, your main rivals, win the Premier League, and then you lose to your second biggest main rival in the same day. Hey,
While you're fighting for life in the Premier League, so you don't get relegated. This is. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. And guess what? If we do get relegated, Arsenal, Chelsea, and West Ham, your London rivals will say this was all a concerted effort to beat you down into relegation. Like, what? Bruh. This is terrible. This is terrible. Like, this is you can't. Hold on. You have to laugh or else you're going to cry. You have to laugh or else you're going to cry. I mean, if you were to write this season out on paper for Tottenham, this is probably one of the most, again, ass backwards, Larry David sort of curb your enthusiasm sort of season you can have. You go from winning a trophy the last season to being relegated. And your biggest local rivals in the last games of the season all had a concerted effort of ensuring your relegation. And to top it all off, right? You bring in a manager who you say is going to be your future light beacon, and he's the one that has to take the brunt of this. He's going to be the manager that gets us relegated. Like, that's past Seinfeld. That's Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's Larry David shit. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I'm telling you, there's going to be Tottenham fans that are going to say, I'm wrong for feeling this way. I'm wrong for saying this, pointing this out. It's just, golly, man. Golly. Like, it's, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like I should end the stream. I guess I should end the stream before I go off on another rant. So we are going to end it here, folks. Like, yeah, let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and end it here. Listen, like this live stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We don't got many live streams left for the season, folks. So when it comes to the off season, like I said, the schedule's going to be twice a week, Monday and Friday, live streaming somewhere around 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I had to do a live stream today, again, emergency live stream, because today has been an awful day as a Spurs fan. This is probably one of the worst days to be a Spurs fan. So I guess we just have to take that in stride, you know. Another day of being a Spurs fan in this lovely world. So but yeah, like, subscribe, share the content, please. Listen, one subscriber away from 10. One subscriber away from 10. Come on, let's go ahead and hit 10. Let's go ahead and hit 10 subscribers. But listen, folks, I appreciate everybody for watching this video, watching the live stream. If you were watching live, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We'll be back live on Friday with the live stream. Hopefully there's not going to be a whole bunch of stories about Spurs fans, you know, offing themselves, because this is probably one of the worst days you could have as a Spurs fan. Hopefully you survive till Friday. My thoughts and prayers are with you, Spurs fans in London. I don't know what to. I just hope that you keep the faith. You